Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Fresmal, and today we're back doing just more of the standard UnderMine today. Now, what are we going to do now? We must go for our upgrades and do the crafting and everything else as well. I've been kind of enjoying revisiting this game, actually, with the release of the new update and everything else as well. I do want that throwaway, but would like that. I guess we'll buy the health. Health is always good, right? Health is always good. Anyway, got nothing else we can do. Actually, no. Do we? Let's go in here. And we got this stuff we could buy. Peep enemy's health. I don't care about that for now. Should have probably bought it, but yeah. Let's just drop down and continue on. I really want to kind of nail down the overall sort of subtle differences between the two games and sort of like pinpoint why both of them are good in their own way, right? Like I like the way that UnderMine 2 has the stat mechanic, although I do think it's not well rounded enough. Ricochet. There's also the issue of naming conventions and stuff. Because Ricochet is this, which is what confused me when I first started playing UnderMine 2. Ricochet now is stuff that bounced off walls, not just this. So, like, as I always say with stuff, it's kind of like, if you're going to change something, why are you changing it, right? Or is it just more of a translation error, stuff like that? It could be a translation error, you never know. I don't know what the native tongue of everyone is, stuff, so, you know, that can sometimes be a bit of an issue. But instead we now have bounce, which is like, okay, that's great and all, but is that technically better, or...? It's the small things, and it's the things I will moan about, just because, like, you know, I'm British. It is so true. But other than that, I think like this game had a bit more of a standardized progression as well, which was kind of like the other thing that I thought like was more important. Like there's no way that I could cheese a run, right? I mean, there are ways you can cheese runs, you know, you just wait until you can build bits of items, which you didn't build this run, actually. Should probably do that. But yeah, but like, you can see like here on this, first level, I didn't get an item room. Or a shop. Because it doesn't expect me to have enough gold to do it, which... or like have keys or bombs at the moment anyway. So like that's kind of important to realize. Now though, I will start getting everything under the sun. I do love banks though. That's it's such a good run. Let's go to the item room. Item rooms are always more important to me, in my opinion. Ooh, increased swing damage, demon ring. Let's go. Between that, you also have the flexibility of like playing both sides of runs, because like items are more important than actual than anything else. But now you don't really have that choice or option, which is kind of a bit of a downside as well. You either basically got to play, like in the new one, you either like focus all in one stat, or you don't do enough damage to some of the late game stuff, right? And that's not to say that like it's bad in any way, kind of like doing that. It's just it's an observation, right? Does it give you more build variety? Yeah, I mean I've already had done builds I put up and stuff like that were just kind of insane, and also have some mishaps from my stupidity, but you know, that is exactly what I'm like. But I don't know, the first one just has that bit of charm that I feel like the new one is missing currently. But then again, like I said, it's in the alpha phase, like the early access phase. So it's not like that's a bad thing, right? The main thing I always say is, like, it's recognizing the differences and then coming up with an explanation of why you had to implement it, right? Like, if someone can't explain to me why you had to make a change, then the change was not necessary, right? And that's kind of what I'll stick to with anything. So, like, the idea of the crown coins, I'm like, what is the real point in those? Like, where's the benefit rather than me just spending gold like I was doing before? Some fireballs, steak, or the key. We'll buy the key, because keys are useful. I guess we'll move on. The other point, I love the fact that in this game, the bosses were kind of almost optional once you've got past them the first time. Like, they only were there to gain you, like, progression resources. Which is such a cool way of doing it. So there is kind of like that aspect as well. Also, the other bit I think is kind of nice in the new one compared to this one is the fact that I'm not just stuck with throw really fast. Cool. It's gonna be hilarious. I got the option to get whatever is available in the shops as a choice, rather than it just being what is given to me. So like here, like maximum health, ideal more swing damage, just keep giving me maximum health here. Get a random curse. What is the curse? Healing's less effective. Well, we've got extra health, so it's fine. But yeah, you're not like beholden to blessings and stat increases as such with this. Like, you can do well without blessings or just having good items. And I feel like the items aren't as important in the new one, which is kind of sad. Bombs are nice and all. Let's take that potion, why not? I mean, it's small things, but the things that I will always point out on. There go, 3 chests. Go on then. I don't care. I couldn't try and memorize like a good chest or something, but I'm kind of like, I'll just do whatever I want because that is the problem. Oh, nice. Potions last longer. Remove all curses, sets removes all curses, bombs, and keys, and sets out to 1. Interesting. This one? Oh, scolds! And this one. Thank you very much. I will take that and leave. But yeah. So like, as you saw on this one, like I have like an entry level before the actual UnderMine stuff starts, which is kind of like, it's what allows you to kind of get stuff and resources and set up, because you don't need to kind of like forcibly get certain things. Which in the new one you kind of do, which means I feel like you have like less levels to play through, which, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but when stuff becomes shorter for no reason, it becomes a bit of an issue, right? Because you kind of like plan around to either play for longer or to kind of like set yourself up, thinking, okay, I got this many floors, I can do this, and So this increases my swing damage, but lowers my throw damage. But I don't really want to do my throw damage because I got a good set for throw, so I actually have to not pick that up. Right? Like, there was genuinely a reason why I should not pick that up. Yeah. It's the small things, right? It's the small things. Like, because now I just feel like in the new game, like, gold isn't as meaningful as well, right? Like, there's no point in me collecting gold or having gold overall. Because, like, every run it's gone anyway, so I might as well spend it rather than... In this current one, I don't know if I should keep the gold for the possibility of, like, getting something really good, or should I just spend it because, you know, I might be able to do really good on this run. It's that sort of, like, make you make a decision type thing, right? And like I said, also, like, the idea of having, like, blessings being more restrictive is kind of, like, cool as well. Look, bomb upgrade. We'll take that. I'll, do we buy the bag of bombs now? We'll leave the bag of bombs. I got enough bombs as is. I got 5, so... Okay. What's down here, then? Put that there. What does that do? Increased drop rate of items from rocks. Petrified rock. Pretty cool. Like, I actually have a pretty good run. Right? So let's go face this boss. And then we can do what we need to do. Between that, I think, like, the map layouts are more flexible in this game than they are in the new one. So what I mean by that is, look at the current room I'm in at the moment. How do we do that? Can we bring that up? Yeah. I have rooms that are connected to each other that don't link, but I also have rooms that are connected and linked simultaneously. I don't see, like, a square like this happening on the map at any point, so where the boss room is and stuff like that. I've never seen that happen in the new one, which means I feel like the map generation is restrictive for some odd reason. I don't know why that is, but it just doesn't happen in the new one. It feels like there's always a sense of progression, which means that you end up traveling back more, which I guess it helps because now you have to teleport a lot more. But it is kind of a bit on the more annoyance than anything else, in my opinion. Because I just feel like now stuff is more restricting, right? Gotta remember to jump backwards on that guy. Doing alright though. Cool. Got all those. We should be in a good boss fight for this. So. We should be clear. I mean, it should be clear. There we go. Boss down. So we get a fragment, a potion, Salt's blood, a rare blueprint, and the key. So dungeon key. But yeah, it's a small difference. So now, like, I come out of the dungeon. We got here, talk. Oh my, you have the keys to the dungeons. Go, go. Right on in, madam. So now I've unlocked this door. This door will remain unlocked permanently. Meaning I actually don't need to face Silt anymore. Unless I want to collect the resources for beating Silt. Which again is a nice kind of cool thing, because it means like if you got a really good run, you could choose to say not like face the boss, right? You have an artifact dungeon map. Delightful. To kind of like progress further, or you could face the boss to claim resources. Again, it gives you that option of choice. And I think like to me that's like a massive thing. The ability to choose whether to do something or to not do something is more important than a lot of other things as well, right? Go into here, see what's in this shop. More keys, I'll take those. And then we have swap items around. Don't really care about that. But I will take the food because some healing is worthwhile. And now we're in this new area. So you can see like the gold has also increased, like its value as well. I think that's also thanks to the bird, but so 2 keys to unlock this. We'll unlock it. We got 2 keys. Again, it's a dichotomy of like progression versus not. So we have this guy. Dibble. Oh, a customer. The positive vibes are paying off, even way down here. Good day, madam. I can help you with your... Can I help you with something? Have a look around. All items half price, seeing how as you release me. This idea that I still gotta pay, even though I've just released him from there. Good old Dibble. But again, it's like, do I want to pay these resources for stuff that I may not get a chance to use? Do I want to save the gold for later and be able to set myself up for upgrades and more future runs? It's a far better and interesting way to use the mechanic. At least to me, right? And what we got here, a conductor, electrify your enemies when you pick up gold. Cool. Might as well take it, it's kind of free. That's the other thing as well is, so with the ability, the fact that I can choose on which items to pick up, I feel like I get less synergistic items, or synergies in general. Like, beforehand, I would think that, you know, there was a chance that I get, like, really random synergies just by picking up items because, like, oh, well, I might as well pick this item up because it's gonna, you know, do at least something to the build. And then you only don't pick up, like, detrimental items because if you did pick up those detrimental items, well, they just be bad, right? pick up that. So my curse gives me 2 blessings. So it's like it's worth opening the curse chest. Which you don't really get that. Enemies are all poisoned, aren't they? Yeah, all enemies inflict poison. And because like curses are very hard to get rid of in that way, and so like increasing your power, it kind of is this whole point of where like you will just generally stack curses. Because like they actually do something. You know? So there is kind of like a choice between picking one off. Like I probably wouldn't pick up a curse chest in the new in the second one, because like they only give me resources and I don't really care about resources. Right? What I do care about... Well, that's nice. I do care about everything else, so like blessings and stuff. So it's kind of like, I don't know if that is like a benefit or a disadvantage now. But yeah, like curse chests are not valuable enough for you to pick up, so you'd rather just avoid them entirely. Again, like I like this idea of the enemies not having armor, but just being weaker to particular types of attacks. Oop, we're dead. Death's a poison. Yeah, but that was a pretty good run, though. We get a good amount of gold back with us and stuff, and everything else as well. So you always like keep a little bit more than a little bit more than half, I guess, for me now. So that was a pretty interesting run. I felt like I made progression. I learned a lot more stuff. We still don't have enough to get that up. But we could get the food voucher, the basic item voucher. We need to get that for the special. But now look, because we unlocked Dibble, we can now buy keys for the run and stuff, which means I can spend my gold in other ways to set myself up, which is pretty cool. Let's look at crafting here. What have we got? More throw damage at eye health. Adds a bounty to run up enemy. Chance of avoiding death. The egg. Break spikes, takes names. I'll take the archer's pendant here. We can pick that up, and we'll do another run in a bit as well. Before we do that, though, let's just go get all the other upgrades. Like eventually, like, you're gonna have, like, so much stuff anyway that it won't make much of a difference, but still. So we got this, then. Pick up gold at a distance, Gecko's Foot. And then the Salt Shaker. We go Gecko's Foot, because picking up gold is going to be useful anyway. So now my pickaxe will allow me to get gold, basically. Which means we want to increase my balance counterweight, so now my throw range is better. We also want to stack more gold, because that's always useful. Increase my pickaxe. And then I don't want to do any more than that, I don't think. Do we? Actually, craft and... Give me the boots. The boots are pretty good. And he takes them away because I can't have more than 2. So it prevents stacking, which is kind of also a thing. Take the key, because the key is guarantee. And we'll take a bomb with this as well. You see, like, I didn't buy any of the other upgrades because I had to spend money to make a decent run knowing I'm going to get further and upgrading other stuff and unlocking new things, so. The thing is, like, I could have even entered this with more money instead of rather than, me buying all the items. Which meant that if I do see a shop, I can buy more stuff from it. Right? So it's kind of weird, like I think, like, In the old one, you got like slight benefits from... Nice. Gives me the bomb as well. You got slight benefits from the blessings and stuff, which meant that your items really dictated your builds, which was the whole fun of it. But now it's kind of like you don't really get the choice of that. It's more about the blessings that you get and increasing your damage and health and defense and all that jazz. Which again, it's not a bad thing. It's just... As I say, it wasn't the reason why I enjoyed the original game so much. I liked the choice and the decision-making process of like, okay, what do I need to set myself up for a good run? Or should I focus on progression? There's always a payoff, like you make your later runs more powerful and give yourself more options, or you can make the current one as powerful as you possibly can do, which will then hinder your progression for later runs down the line. You know? Like, neither one is a bad choice. Like, here, like, this is also the thing. Like, do I waste the key here to get all the stats and stuff that I could get from here? Like the gold and all that jazz. And... Open this up. We'll take a curse. Here, we did not get a blessing. But we did get some keys and a good potion. So, like, for me, that's an incentive... So every curse chest I've unlocked in the new one, I don't seem to get blessings. At least I haven't seen get blessings, which means there is no point in me opening them. But I'm kind of incentivized to open the new ones now because... Well, the old one, in the old game, I'm incentivized to open the curse chest because I could get blessings. So yeah, it's kind of like... like what's more beneficial, right? Like if you make it more difficult for me to do something and don't give me an incentive to do it, like on here, then I'm probably not going to do it. But if you give me an incentive and then you can still add the punishment with the risk of return to give me something pretty decent, then I'm going to be doing it probably majority of the time. It's a small thing, but it's kind of important. Also, personal life stuff. My ceiling will eventually be fixed. The people above me have been unfortunately told that they are not allowed to use their shower. Because the basin, the enclosure is not properly sealed, so water has been leaking through that and onto my ceiling. How long it's been doing that for, I do not know. But it's probably caused a fair amount of damage. I've said, did they want to drain the water up top? And they kind of went, no, we don't really want to. So yeah, move and increase throw bar speed at, at the beginning of the battle. Get 2 curses or overstocks the shop. Either one is kind of interesting. Again, this is another thing where it's like, I like this idea of getting curses and stuff. I don't know if this functions in the new one. I can't remember seeing it. Or maybe I did see it once. But yeah, I felt like the more curses you get... Look at that. So what curse have we got? So, healing's less effective. Healing is also less effective. Got that twice, apparently. Minor curse, an actual curse. And deal less swing damage. Lethargy. So we could be a throw build. But you see, like, the curses really focus on that particular type of, oh, you're going to be doing this now kind of aspect, right? And I'll buy the key, buy the healing, try and heal ourselves up a little bit. Don't need to swap the items around. We'd rather keep keys if we can. But yeah. I want this guy to try and break all this stuff and try and unlock things as well. Good old Bobo. There we go. I probably prefer the battle standard in this game. I do the old one. Oh, sorry, in the old one. I prefer it in this one rather than the new one, because I just feel like all it's there doing is just giving you charisma, which, great, lowers the cost of the shot, but does it really matter? Like charisma shouldn't exist. It should be swing range. Although, sorry, throw range as a stat instead, right? That would be my trade-off in the new game. Like, charisma is nice and all, but it's not needed. Between that, like, I actually get, like, different bomb upgrades is the other thing as well. Like, the benefit of just being able to upgrade all the bombs. And here we go. Now, I don't know if this exists in the new one. Maybe it does, or I'm not really too sure. But this is something that can happen in this game. Swing speed. Ooh, we can use a bomb here. Here's the same room. Yeah, secret rooms can be open from both sides, so that's also a thing as well. Where it can't in the new one. So this happening, right? Throw a whirling blade of death. Pretty cool. Hillfire shop items are instantly restocked. I can take lots of curses for this. Let's go. And you've got a difference between small curses and big curses is the other thing as well. We'll take this though. I want this guy. Speak to him though.
Ah, a creature that has dabbled in the forbidden. How does it taste, mortal? Do your lips crave another bite of the fruit? I'm sure you will find something to satiate yourself here.
Like the idea of me taking curses on. So what curses have we got? We have more mimics than you would like. Pretty cool. Secret rooms are even more secret. And enemies fire an arrow when killed. So you can see here, you have what's classed as like fixed curses. Or you have minor curses, which stack. Which is another cool mechanic, and I love that idea. So yeah, I basically had to deal with the devil, essentially, at this point. Which is, again, I've not seen that in the new one. Maybe, like, I might have seen it once, but then I don't know if that was a fever dream or just me remembering this game so much more. So yeah, I can call this back now. The chakram is actually pretty cool. I can throw it and then call it back. So yeah, like, I got a key room here that's actually worthwhile me going into because it could give me something pretty cool. Deal even more damage when I critical strike. That sounds pretty cool. Increase my health. Increase my health. I'll take more curses. So what other things have we got here? So I've got receive more damage and deal less throw damage. You know? Ah, here we go. Guidance. So I cannot have both. I can either have guidance or the chakram. Which is unique throw, so that's kind of part of the mechanic. I'm going to go with guidance because with the banner and stuff, that's going to be a lot better. Plus, I keep increasing my throw stuff, so... like, hitting everything is just more useful. I feel a bit bad about it now, because I could have gone for, like, item-wise, I could have gone for the other thing instead of the thing I picked up. Instead of the ring. To increase my health. took a hit there. But yeah, I mean, you know, you make those decisions, that's what happens. We can buy this. Deal and take more damage. Well, we're taking more damage anyway. I'll buy the keys and move on. Spend 10,000 gold at shops. So here I can offer something to leave it here if I don't want to keep it with me now and then go get it later. So, with that, what we're going to do, because we might as well, is going to pick up the chakram. Guidance goes down. I am then going to put the chakram into that because it could be good for a unique build later down the line or stuff like that. I'm going to offer chakram. In you go. And then we're going to pick up guidance. Which again is kind of a unique thing you can do, right? Rather than me having... I mean, I do like the Black Rabbit's Emporium instead. Like, it's a really cool way. The problem is it requires you to have gold, and the gold prices are really steep on it, especially in the early game when you kind of want to pick that stuff up to set a build up. I would prefer the option to, like, and it still costs money, but you need to be able to take gold into a run, right? We're still taking damage. Ooh, I've just lost some health. Yeah, I should have took the crit damage. Like, the crit damage one would have been pretty cool to have. Can I put a bomb there and see what happens? Nothing. Shame. But yes, the bomb synergies stack now rather than being isolated to one, which in my opinion is a far better thing. And what we can do is do this, look. Bomb here. And I can guarantee I open one of them. It's a small room. Shame. Lost all that for no reason. Well, down we go. But yeah, it's the minor things, right? It's the minor things. And the fact, like, I can do multiple runs is kind of nice at the moment, because I will say with a lot of the games I'm playing at the moment, I've kind of hit a wall with the difficulty spikes of what I can and can't do. But yeah, they really do need to bring back the troll sweat. What we got here? Which slows enemy projectiles. Tortoise shell. Slowly regen stuff. The large rat. Oh yeah, I forgot they're firing arrows at me when they go down. So yeah, like, this is one of my favourite bits. Is we got Silt here we could face again, right? If we want to. But I don't actually have to face them this time around. I can focus on thinking, okay, I've got all the resources I need. I don't want to waste them fighting Silt and probably losing. What I'd rather do instead is just go down to the next floor, which you can do. Like that in itself is just ignore the floor boss is such a cool thing, and I kind of wish they kept that up. You know? Oh yeah, I forgot the I should get hit there, that's annoying. Like, honestly, and the fact that I can actually steal the gold from the pilferers without hitting them is kind of nice as well. I just gotta bump into them. But see, look, I don't even need to stop here. I can just go straight there. Or I can face Silt if I want to see if I can get anything decent. Sail. Increase experience gain for familiar. I'll buy that, buy the health. So yeah, like, if I feel strong enough, I could go and face the boss and do it again, and all I get then is, I think, just, like, some gold and the other resources that I have as well. Oop, I took 5 damage, go on water. That will heal me. So yeah, like, should we do it again? Or should we leave it? Do we face Silt, or do we not face Silt? I'm gonna face Silt, why not? We'll prove... Actually, no. No. We'll leave it for this time, we'll leave it. To show you what I mean by the fact that I can just go down to the next floor with, you know, not facing the boss. Like, I don't need to face the boss again. Let's go. And it's such a cool mechanic. It's like, imagine in Binding of Isaac that you didn't need to face off against the bosses every single time you wanted to go to a different floor. You just do it, like, if you wanted the bonuses for beating the boss, right? Like, generally that's the only reason you do it, is because you just want the bonuses for defeating the boss. Go into the item room. Bombushka. We're getting... Is it bombs inside bombs? Or do we just do that one? Nah, we'll do bombs inside bombs. Bombs inside bombs are more funny. You got bombs inside bombs that also do little explosions like grenades. We do this, watch. But yeah, kind of cool. Did blow myself up though. It's a melon special, so. You know, if I have bombs, I will somehow explode myself in both good and bad way. And I like the fact the crown effect is only temporary. That's also kind of nice, rather than it being permanent, which I think it is in the new one. So it's like, it's almost to get like a bonus health for a little bit. So at the moment, we know we maintain a little bit over half of our gold. So it's like, do we want to spend more gold here to try and get something like pretty good and set up a run? Or do we accept this run is pretty much over by end of this? So like getting more keys or getting the stake, try and do some healing, although it's reduced. Like, these are the questions that you end up asking yourself, right? Ooh, I had to get hit there when I shouldn't have. But yeah, I just feel like there's more choice and more player flexibility to do whatever they want. So yes, those go bombs and bombs, bombs and bombs, bombs and bombs. They all fire stuff as well. It's hilarious. Let's go down to the next floor then. We'll save our money. And hopefully then get some good upgrades for the start of the next run. But yeah, I'm kind of, It's kind of important to me in the way of just like... I love that, kind of killed everything. Of just like having the flexibility to do stuff in a particular way. And like even with all the curses I have, like I don't feel like I'm being punished for having that many curses. Like they still do terrible things. There are some unique ones out there. But I feel like I can work around them a lot better. Either just like playing better or or just like trying to, you know, change the build I'm doing around to kind of like allow that to happen. Miner's Flask, we do get a potion, we get a bottle. I'll open it because at this point, why not? Temporary swing damage, we'll just drink it. And then we have the Fireball potion. But yeah. Ooh, we died. Shame, shame, shame. But we still take a lot of gold with us, so. Very weird run, that one. Very weird run indeed. But yeah, I really do enjoy the first one. I probably enjoy it a little bit more just because the fact that it is kind of more thematic in like, you know, just chucking people into the grinder as such, which is what the cult game is kind of about, is trying to find what is at the bottom of the Undermine. But yeah, and I don't know, is it lost some of the identity in the new one? Not really, but a lot of stuff has changed. I don't know why the stuff has changed or what the explanations are. Like, I'm pretty sure I'll read up and see what the devs say about it, and just like, you know, maybe raise some questions as well on like, you know, why do we have the crown coins? What's the use of them? Why is it an improvement over just using the gold instead? And all these little things. But yeah, I mean, there obviously are reasons. It's just, you know, whether they're good or bad reasons is really the question. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.